Welcome, Ahmed. Where are you from? We can chat. I can see the chat. Can you text me anything? Hello, Mr. Abdulaziz. This is an English conversation lesson. The Ielts is an international exam to travel abroad, especially to Canada, Australia. People who want to immigrate to Canada and Australia are going to attend a free Ielts lesson. And today we are going to have some good vocabulary. I'm going to wait and I see just Ahmed joined us and I'm waiting. Can you tell me where are you from, Mr. Ahmed? Can you tell me where are you from? And what do you do for a living? Just text me, please. Can you text me, Mr. Ahmed? Saudi Arabia, interesting. Great. Whereabouts in Saudi Arabia? Whereabouts? Are you from Riyadh, from Jeddah? Can you share the live, please? Maybe some people are interested in learning some Ielts vocabulary. If you are the only one with me tonight, I have no problem because this is my first time I go live teaching. Jeddah, nice to see you. Great. So, have you heard about Ielts, international exam? You probably have. Anyways, I would love to start with you, and even if some people join us, we are going to resume the lesson anyway. So today there is a very important vocabulary lesson on the Ielts speaking and writing task number 2. Task number 2. I'm going to use my pen attention right now, and I'd like you to text me if you can see the screen. Okay, the Ielts is an exam. If you said no, it's an exam for studying and living abroad, especially for United Kingdom, Australia, and Canada. So forget about now the exam and let's learn some good vocabulary. That's the good vocabulary that is useful for that exam, and in general it is useful for conversation and for writing topics. And today's topic is advertising. Advertising. We can now have a look at the vocabulary here. First of all, what is the word short for ad? It's an ad, just A-D, and it's a noun. So when you see an ad, we see ads everywhere. We see them down the streets, we see them on TV, and we see them everywhere. Even when you go to YouTube and you want to watch the video, there are many ads at the beginning of the video and during the video and after the video. So the full word is advert and the short is ad. And if we want to use the verb, we're going to use the verb advertise. Advertise, that's the verb. And if we want to use the gerund, that is adding ing, we say advertising. Advertising. And now we'll come to a very important word today. There is a big difference between UK English and USA English when we pronounce this word. So I'm going to pronounce it in the British way first. Advertisement. Advertisement. Just listen, Mr. Ahmed. Advertisement. That's the British pronunciation. And the American pronunciation is advertisement, as I pronounced earlier. Now let's have a look at the types of advertising, and we are going to have an exercise after that. First type of advertising is a TV commercial. A TV commercial. And this means a promotion of products and services using color, action, sound, and sight. These are memorable and accessible to a large market. They are good to show how something works and can be persuasive. Alright, so a TV commercial may be about a chocolate, maybe about Kit Kat. This could be a commercial about a washing machine or something of that sort. So why they do that? Because they want to sell the product. So we do not say here advert in general, but there is a specific word for the advert that goes on TV that is called TV commercial. TV commercial. I want you to repeat after me if you have the time. Maybe if by any chance you might come up live with me and have a conversation to practice your English. But I'm using the desktop and I'm not sure yet how to accept guests on the desktop TikTok. And if not, I want you to listen and to repeat after me. TV commercial. TV commercial. Oh, you're never too old for learning, because the Prophet Muhammad said that we need to learn from the moment we are born until we die. So no one is too old to learn. And by the way, I am 50 years old. How about you? How old are you, Mr. Ahmed Muflih? Thank you so much for your kind words. How old are you, Mr. Ahmed? Can you text me, please? Text me. Okay, the moment you have the time to text me, tell me about your age, or if you don't want to, it's fine. So let's move to the next word. Newspaper ad. Newspaper ad. Right. Okay, you're almost 10 years, maybe 15 years older than I am. Respect, sir. All respect to you. And I'm very happy that you are with me today on this very modest life. So what about newspaper? Maybe you remember Mr. Ahmed. Today people don't buy newspapers, but in the past there were many newspapers. So these are adverts that can be national or local. They are placed in the particular sections in the newspapers. So classified. So we say the classified page on Al-Ahram newspaper or something of that sort. And we call it mubawwaba. So these classified adverts may be some flats for renting, maybe cars for sale, and so on. Let's move to the third word today, or the third type of adverts. Magazine ads. These are aimed at a specific market and interest group. So when you have a magazine, the ads are colorful and eye-catching, very attractive to the eye, but can be more expensive than newspaper ads. Because why? They are placed in a magazine. And the fourth kind, we see it in the streets. We call it billboards. Billboards. They are often signs on the road or at sports stadiums, at the stadium or on the road, large billboards that can give a message with impact with the limited information. So these are four types of advertisements in the British pronunciation, or advertisement in the American pronunciation. And there are other types. So we've got days what we call direct mail. So a mail comes to you, that is paper that comes to you. It's a letter, and within the letter we've got an advert, and then we've got radio advertising, text message, internet pop-ups, email advertising, and flyers. And these days we are circled, we are engulfed, surrounded with advertisements or advertisements. So the point is, sometimes an email comes to you with an ad within the email, we call it a spammer. We call it a spammer because this is unsolicited email, something that we don't want to read or hear about. And there are many other types of advertising, such as transit advertising, covered advertising, sponsorship, telemarketing, celebrity endorsement. And let me go with you for each one of those types. What about transit advertising? These are usually posters on trains and buses, taxis, and underground railways. So on the taxi, on the bus, on the railway, you see these ads. This is transit because transit means moving from one point to another. So those vehicles have the chance to have some publicity about a certain product, and they pay good. They pay really well to those, trains or buses or taxis or whatever. Now, what about covert advertising? And covert comes from the word cover. This is when a product or brand is incorporated into a movie or TV show. For example, you're watching a movie and in one of the scenes you find that the hero, the star of the movie, is holding an iPhone, for example. So in this case, this is called covert advertising. It's a hidden one. But anyway, they are showing the Apple logo of the iPhone in one of the scenes. So in this very case, it's not an explicit advertising, but it's a covert advertising. But after all, it's advertising. We come to the word sponsorship. Sponsorship. When a company, a big company like Coca-Cola, like Pepsi, sponsors an event or entity in return for recognition of the brand or product. So you can say it is under the sponsorship of Coca-Cola, under the sponsorship of Pepsi, and so on. And here comes another type of advertising that is called telemarketing. Telemarketing. So this involves promoting and selling over the phone. Somebody will call you, Mr. Ahmed, oh, we have an offer for you today. We have this villa, for example, for you to buy. And then you say, oh, not now. Please call me after 3 hours. Call me after 5 hours or something of that sort. So the people, when they call you, the telemarketers are called telemarketers. They don't know you. They just took your cell phone and they know that you can pay for the villa, and they make this cold call. Cold call, it means that they haven't known you before. It's the first time they make this phone call for you. But anyway, they are pushing their luck. They want to sell the product. They want to sell the villa. They want to sell the car. They want to sell the filter. Whatever. So that's what we call telemarketing, and it's not working really well in the Middle East. I don't really like it. I don't like people calling me about a certain product. It's really ridiculous to do. And we've got the celebrity endorsement. Celebrity endorsement. What a celebrity is a star, a movie actor, maybe a soccer player, someone like Yusuf Zidane, someone like Mohammed Salah is a celebrity. Many famous people are, who work in the movies, who work in any field, and they are very famous, so they are called celebrities. So a celebrity is paid, given money to promote a market. So we see Amr Diab, for example, this legendary Egyptian singer. So it's like 60 something, maybe your age, Mr. Ahmed. And yes, he's getting money from, advertising, whatever advertising, Egyptian post office, advertising Coca-Cola, advertising Pepsi. So, and he gets paid because he's a famous guy, he's a famous celebrity. And we are going to have an exercise, and since you are still with me, and I thank you very much, Mr. Ahmed Muflih, for staying with me during those 20 minutes. We've got an exercise. Let's do it together. Let's do it together. If you are still interested, this is going to be a little bit challenging, but it will check your understanding. It might give you some motivation. I know that TikTok is not a platform yet for education. We misuse it. Many people misuse TikTok, wasting their time watching whatever that is there. Let's now agree that you are going to try to answer with me one at least or two of those sentences. All right, so I'm going to read the sentence. Okay, no worries. We'll try. I think I prefer because they are really good fun to watch and often have a catchy tune or song to go with them. So I'm going to give you choices here. TV commercial, pop-ups, newspaper, magazine. For the first one, I think I prefer because they are really good fun to watch and often have a catchy tune or song to go with them. Okay, in this case, always TV commercials have these catchy tunes. Always TV commercials have these catchy tunes. So I think I prefer TV commercials because they are really good fun to watch and often have a catchy tune or song to go with them. Number two. Last night I was just sitting down to my favorite series on TV when the phone rang. It was another. I find them really annoying. Enjoying yourself, chilling, and what I told you about the annoying what? Annoying cold call. Cold call. So here it was another cold call. I found them really annoying, really irritating. Number three. Personally, I think that in movies is the most effective because you aren't even aware that you're being targeted by a company while you are watching. So here in number three, I think that in movies is the most effective because you aren't even aware that you're being targeted by a company while you're watching. Something that is inside the movie, an advert that is not explicit, is called, as we have seen earlier, covert advertising. So number three, I think that covert advertising in movies is the most effective because you aren't even aware that you're being targeted by a company while you're watching.